It seems there's a new barbecue joint opening in Chicago almost every other week, but our food reporter says they aren't limited to the city. The latest slow smoker happens to be in Glenview.
Glenview. It's our Friday night special. Steve Dolinsky here with a taste of that. Hey,
it's crazy. People are coming back from Texas, the Carolinas, and Kansas City, and they want to open up barbecue joints. It's just...
Even in Glenview.
Even in Glenview. It never ends. You can find... We know we can find ribs and pulled pork and sliced brisket just about anywhere these days in Chicago, but at TK's Smoke Pit, a few twists and new additions have been added to the menu, which you're not likely to find elsewhere. The signs are obvious. An oak and apple wood-fired smoker, the telltale blackened bark on the outside of slowly smoked meat and pork, even the barely visible pink smoke ring on the outer edges of the ribs and pork shoulder. But unlike the recent additions to the city's barbecue scene, the kitchen at TK's Smoke Pit is in Glenview in an out-of-the-way strip mall.
My inspiration is actually to bring a little bit of everything to Chicago. So we got the pulled pork from the Carolinas, we've got brisket from Texas, and St. Louis, obviously the ribs, and the rub is actually a Memphis-style rub.
Whether it's brisket or pork, the proteins spend plenty of time in the smoker. There are also some surprises, at least by Midwestern standards, including McKeska sausages, some of which feature jalapeno and cheddar. There's a KC-style burnt ends brisket sandwich called the Smoky Joe, plus mammoth beef chuck ribs.
The oak really gives you the flavor. The apple really darkens up the meat nicely, gives you a nice, that's what fruit woods do. They give you a nice mahogany color to it.
Sides are pretty solid, from brisket-studded beans and Texas chili to savory corn pudding. Some items are only available on weekends, like a massive hunk of smoked pork belly, which means timing your visit appropriately.
Do it correctly, you just have to know how much to make from a day-to-day basis, and occasionally you will run out. You know, when we have a run on a certain food, when it's gone, it's gone.
For more information about TK's Smoke Pit, just call my info line, 312-750-7096. Also the website, abc7chicago.com. Good stuff.
All right.
Delicious as all.
Yep,
all right,
good.
Have a good weekend.